Sometimes we were using aid money to buy arms, through secondary means. If you come to the Middle East, you can buy arms if you have the money. So we were using some of the money to buy arms. That was it.
You say that you were using aid money to buy arms. Can you just explain how that process worked?
This organization called REST, Relief Society of Tigray. It was the humanitarian wing of the TPLF, and through REST, aid money was coming to the TPLF. So when you get this aid money, you make a budget, for the relief, for the front, or to buy arms, for medicine, and so on and so forth. So I would say we were relying on the aid money for sustaining the struggle.
What sort of sums of money are we talking about? I mean, is it hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars? What are we talking about?
Well, we are talking about millions of dollars. I can cite you a concrete example. In 1985, when Tigray was hit by a terrible famine, aid money was flowing to REST and through REST to the TPLF. So the MLLT and the TPLF leadership, which is almost one and the same, had to budget for $100 million. I remember Meles Zenawi suggesting that 50% of that money should go to TPLF activities, 45% should go to MLLT organizing, and 5% to support the victims.
I've spoken to some people who are involved in the aid transfer, like Max Pembody, who actually handed some of the money over. I mean, we have a picture where you actually see him handing the money over, and he says that they were very, very careful. I mean, there you are, you see him buying 300 tons of sorghum.
I know these two guys. They are TPLF fighters, both of them. But one is pretending to be a merchant, the other is pretending to be buying the sorghum from the merchant. But both of them are TPLF senior cadres. And they're just doing, a drama to pretending, as a merchant for Marx, So all these things are dramas to get the money.
So he was fooled?
I would say yes, he was fooled. Yeah.
More than 7,000 babies. Every day they weigh them on a sling, then compare their weight with their height. By this rule of thumb, 1 in 3 is severely malnourished, starved to the point of death. This morning another 114 babies have arrived. The choice of who can be helped and who can't among the constant stream of newcomers is heartbreaking. There's not enough food for half these people. Rumours of a shipment can set off panic. As on most days, the rumours were false. For many here, there would be no food again today. 2 months ago, there were 10,000 people here. Now the latest harvest has failed, there are 40,000. There's nothing like enough food in the country, not enough transport to move it if there was. These people have waited all morning. They want food, they're getting clothes. Those naked and most needy are marked by a pen stroke on their foreheads before the distribution begins. An armed guard sits on the small bundles of cast-off clothing sent from countries in Europe. A few jackets, trousers and sweaters, once worn in the wealthy West, now handed out to starving people who have to live in the open through nights when the temperature drops to little over freezing point. Today, only a tiny amount of grain is being given out to those who have brought in firewood. People scrabble in the dirt as they go for each individual grain of wheat. For some, it may be the only food they've had for a fortnight or more. The Ethiopian government tries to persuade these people to go home, but that would make death certain. Better to camp here. Some of the very worst are packed into big sheds. 7,000 now, most apparently dying of malnutrition, pneumonia, and the diseases that prey on the starving. This 3-year-old girl was beyond any help, unable to take food, attached to a drip, but too late. The drip was taken away. Only minutes later, while we were filming, she died.